Hello and welcome. A video in English. After a series of videos in Hindi, I thought it's time to return to English because the topic is such. I'm sure it merits a Hindi video as well, but let's go with the English one for now. What is the similarity between horse racing and stock markets? They're both legal. The government allows you to bet on both. Both are nothing but betting, actually. So, this video is going to talk about the fallacy of the stock market. This video is not for the ultra rich who can afford to lose money on a daily basis or on a yearly basis or once and for all. This video, rather, is for the common man, for the common woman who's allured by the prospects of stock market. You have advertisements and brokers and consultants chasing you and telling you that money that you have in your pocket or in your savings account because you're conservative needs to be deployed somewhere else, because it's a mortal sin to be keeping money and holding onto it, when you can be betting on those glorified stocks where this money will be multiplied 10 times over, 20 times over. Blue chips, they are called. Blue chips. Do you know why they are called blue chips? If there is an active, avid share trader watching this video, I'd like to understand from you. Please hit the reply button to this video and tell me why is a blue chip called a blue chip without searching it on Google first. So here's a nation that is crazed with the allure of blue chip companies. There are other terminologies like Nifty 50. The name sounds suspicious if you ask me. Nifty 50. Anyway, they should talk about the bottom Nifty 50. Go to the website of Bombay Stock Exchange. Don't go to their trading window. Go to the actual website of Bombay Stock Exchange. Hit compliances and see how many companies have been delisted, how many are in the process of being delisted, how many have been warned for defying or not following compliance norms. Nobody speaks about them. On a working day, the market bells ring. A lot of people in millions wake up and stay glued to the screen to watch where their money is going. Now, the interesting part of this is it doesn't crash every day. It doesn't crash all the time. The guy who makes money, who stands in the minority of 1 out of 1,000, is the one that's promoted. That's the life story you hear about. You don't hear about hundreds and thousands of others who've lost everything, who are in the lurch. Take, for instance, SR. Find out an SR shareholder and ask him or her to describe her journey from an investor to a pauper. They're today holding shares that are worth nothing because it has been deemed and decreed that an SR shareholder will get nothing for the shares that he or she holds today. And umpteen such instances. So what am I saying? Am I saying do not invest in shares? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Am I saying do not trade in shares? Absolutely, that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying something more. Stock markets should be banned. Lock, stock and barrel, stock markets should be banned. They have no business luring a common man, dipping their hands into the pocket of a common man and feeding him or her with false promises, fully knowing that even they would not invest their money. You must be used to getting calls or emails where hot tip, surefire tip of the day, hot chips, something like that. Okay, buy this stock today, now. You should watch The Wolf of Wall Street. You should definitely watch the Harshad Mehta scam story. If this tip was so hot, and such a top secret, to be treasured. Why is this broker calling you and not running and selling all that he owns and putting it into the market? Tell me, if this person knew there is a pot of gold beneath his land, will he come and tell you about it? No. This should be banned. This should be banned. So who should deal in stock markets? Nobody. I have no idea why companies, particularly the blue chips, who have already leveraged banks to the maximum, who've already taken so much capital out of our public funding, why do they need more? Why do they need to dip into the pocket of yet another common man to continue their business? But surprisingly, stock markets flourish. Not just in India, everywhere. Horse racing. Horse racing flourishes in India when it is completely to the common man's knowledge that people have lost inheritance and fortunes by betting on horses, and yet it continues. So, I will encourage you to focus on your business, to divert resources to your business. If your business is not doing well, get out of that business, but do not get into the business of the blue chips. You're asking for trouble. I'll ask you to focus on staying content. Contentment is the opposite of greed. Everybody rushes to the stock market because they want more. They're not satisfied with what they have. But this is not the way to answer that want. I'm going to conclude with a very, very short, sweet poem. Play not with dice. This is taken from Rig Veda, the oldest of the Vedas from the Hindu religion, definitely attributed as having been written in the Iron Ages. Play not with dice. Cultivate thy cornland. Enjoy the gain and deem that wealth sufficient. There are thy cattle, there thy wife, O gambler. So this good Savitar himself has told me. Savitar is the sun god. The moral of the poem and the moral of this video, all one and the same. Do not roll the dice. Stay content with what you have. If you have this burning desire to convert your 100 rupees into 1,000, your $100 into million, it's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. There is every likelihood that the $1 million that you hold will someday probably be reduced to 1,000 or 100 if you continue on this dangerous path. My advice to you, to anybody that's listening to this video, is stay clear from the stock markets. It's not a game that requires you to play. Thank you.